What's up, internet? Welcome to another LFT reaction video. Today I'm joined by Natalia and Alan, and we're going to be reacting to how small are we in the scale of the universe. So I expect to be mind blown, even though I've technically already taken a class that left me mind blown. But yeah, hoping you all get mind blown as well.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I think I already had this beaten out of me. I had a teacher in high school. I don't know why it took so long to think about that, but like my sophomore year, he kept on saying this. Oh, you guys are insignificant. Like you guys like in the whole universe,
You're
of
not worth
things,
anything.
like you're this little tiny dot, and I'm all like, oh, okay, well, that kind of makes me. I don't know how it made me feel.
Am I a pretty dot at least?
But yeah, let's go ahead and see what this has to offer.
Yeah, and make sure to cop the LFTA merch that I'm rocking right now. Just it's
can
not
get
for
it.
sale.
It's exclusive. Sorry.
It's exclusive. Do you like what's that Debbie Ryan thing?
What?
I can't do it.
Radio
It's
Rebel?
exclusive.
Are you doing the face?
I'm trying to, but I don't know how to do it because I remember seeing it when I saw the movie years ago, and I don't know exactly how she did it. Let's just skip that part and hop into the video.
In the winter of 1995, scientists pointed the Hubble telescope at an area of the sky near the Big Dipper, a spot that was dark and out of the way of light pollution from surrounding stars. The location was apparently empty, and the whole endeavor was risky. What, if anything, was going to show up? Over 10 consecutive days, the telescope took close to 150 hours of exposure of that same area. And what came back was nothing short of spectacular, an image of over 1,500 distinct galaxies glimmering in a tiny sliver of the universe. Now, let's take a step back to understand the scale of this image. If you were to take a ballpoint
That just looks
pen
like someone splattered paint on a
Looks like
canvas.
Looks like 6-year-old art.
Build a bunch of like Wonka nerds on the table, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
I love Wonka nerds. I know they're kind of just sugar, but every time
Those are the ones in that little box that you just like shaking.
Mm-hmm. And then the ropes. Have you tried the ropes?
Oh, the ropes.
Have ropes?
Yeah, it's like gelatin, not gelatin inside. I don't know, like a gummy candy inside, and it's like wrapped in those. Oh, they're so good.
I need to get on that. I've only had the regular ones.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, back to the stars.
We got sidetracked. Sorry, guys.
Hold it at arm's length in front of the night sky, focusing on its very tip. That is what the Hubble telescope captured in its first
grain of salt
field image. In other words, those 3,000 galaxies were seen in just a tiny speck of the universe, approximately 1/millionth of the night sky.
It kind of gives me like 90s Taco Bell vibe.
The average
like,
human measures
aesthetic.
about 1.7 meters. With Earth's diameter at 12,700 kilometers, that's nearly 7.5 million humans lined up head to toe.
Human centipede.
The Apollo 8 astronaut.
So what this is saying is, if we gather up a group big enough, we can just line up and cover the Earth.
I know 7.5 million seems like a lot, but it really doesn't if you think about it.
Yeah, it doesn't in the scale how many people there are.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that impressive.
I mean, this video has more this channel has more subscribers than that.
If we lined up all of our subscribers, we could do it.
Not ours, because we probably end up like across the street.
20 people just laying down. So if you want to contribute to us measuring the Earth, make sure to subscribe down below.
Yes, get us to that amount, and we will line people up.
Do it for science.
And
Wonka nerds.
Flew a distance of 380,000 kilometers to the moon. And our relatively small sun has a diameter of about 1.4 million kilometers. or 110 times the Earth's diameter. A step further, the Milky Way holds somewhere between 100 to 400 billion stars, including our Sun, and each glowing dot of a galaxy captured in the deep field image contains billions of stars at the very least. Almost a decade after taking the deep field image, scientists adjusted the optics on the Hubble telescope and took another long exposure over a period of about 4 months. This time, they observed 10,000 galaxies. Half of these galaxies...
Imagine the guy was just like, bro, are you sure you adjusted the focus of it? And just like, yeah. And then they just adjust the focus and it's like, oh, look, there's actually more. That's probably not how it works, but...
As a like video creator and filmmaker, man, messing up on focus is like, oh, I hate it. I can't imagine like if you had to like get focus on the stars, like, oh, and you mess that up, that's like billions of dollars.
I don't. How do they even get focus on like one specific star? Like if they're like, this is the North Star, like how can you tell? Like because when you zoom in, it's just like hella like zoomed in. For all you know, you could be taking a picture of a random ass star. You're just like North Star.
That's what I'm saying. Like on here, they're color coded, sort of.
The Wonka nerds.
And the Wonka nerds are color coded. That's what they should do. Just color code the Wonka stars. Or no, they're not Wonka stars, but the stars. Wonka owns the stars. They need to like. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have like exact coordinates, maybe. So as like the telescope is moving, there's like something keeping track of the coordinates. So that's how they know or how they've mapped every. This could be completely wrong.
Well, as a student who's taking an intro to astronomy class right now, we're on week 3, by the way. So this is like basic, like super like.
By week 6, he's gonna find out that he's wrong.
But like, yeah, it has to do with like angles and stuff, and like how the stars move. It's a lot of different things, but like you can calculate like which stars are which or whatever because they're gonna be in that same place. It's a whole thing. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to do math and like.
Ugh.
I just know like the basics, like kind of the idea of like the movements, but pretty sure you're gonna have to like calculate the angles and this and that. So I'm not looking forward to that yet.
Yeah, I had to do that for one of my classes, and I was so confused. I was like, I was getting into the realm of physics, and I was like, this is scaring me.
Yeah.
But props to whoever does that.
Have since been analyzed more clearly in what's known as the Extreme Deep Field Image, or XDF. By combining over 10 years of photographs, the XDF shows galaxies so distant that they're only 1/10,000,000th the brightness that the human eye can perceive. So what can we learn about the universe from the deep field images? In the study of the universe, space and time are inextricably linked. That's because of the finite speed of light. So the deep field images are like time machines to the ancient universe. They reach so far into space and time that we can observe galaxies that existed over 13 billion years ago. This means we're looking at the universe as it was less than 1 billion years after the Big Bang, and it allows scientists to research galaxies in their infancy. The deep field images have also shown that the universe is homogeneous. That is, images taken at different spots in the sky look similar. That's incredible when we think about how vast the universe is. Why would we expect it to be the same across such huge distances? On the scale of a galaxy, let alone the universe, we're smaller than we can readily comprehend. But we do have the capacity to wonder, to question, to explore, to investigate, and to imagine. So the next time you stand gazing up at the night sky, take a moment to think about the enormity of what is beyond your vision, out in the dark spaces between the stars.
I mean, it's great, but if we stare up at the sky, we're going to see nothing but darkness because of the pollution where we live, unfortunately.
It's just hella smoggy. They're like, look at our world. I'm like, I can't fucking see it.
Move out of the way, smog.
Smoggy and then light pollution. I remember looking up at the sky once, and it looked like red, but it was like I could see the light pollution. Like I could see the light, because I live in Southeast LA, and like there's kind of the shipping container place, I guess, I don't know, where they load stuff onto trains, and they have like these like harsh like orange red lights at night, and like you can just see them reflecting up onto the sky. And I remember seeing it, like, damn, it does not look dark. It looked like very very lit up the sky, not in a good way.
Yeah, I had to drive 30 minutes into the mountains to get a good shot of the stars.
Yeah. One time my friends and I went to Lake Tahoe, and it was like we didn't realize how like crisp the air was until we drove back home. And then we were just like, is it cloudy? And they're like, nah, that's just the fucking air is nasty. So
Natalia's like putting air into a bottle.
yeah, like the fucking Lorax.
I don't think I've ever seen the stars, like, you know how people like you can see them all, or like you can see a whole bunch. Like I don't think I've ever seen that. I've lived in LA all my life.
Or like the constellations and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had the opportunity of I want to. I know in Joshua Tree you can see like the stars very very nice, and I want to do that, but maybe this summer.
Did y'all catch? I don't know if you guys caught that, but this was probably which I learned this was probably like screwed my mind over, how they were talking about how we're looking at, like back in time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've gotten to that concept yet.
I find it really interesting how if someone, like, let's say, okay, I don't know exactly, but I think maybe like let's say 56 million years ago, 56 million light years away, if someone on a planet was to look at the Earth, they would see the dinosaurs still.
Yeah,
because it takes that long for the light to travel. So they don't even know that like humans have created this huge civilization, which makes us question, if we see a solar system or something from that far away, like who knows how advanced they are right now. But
yeah, we're literally looking at a picture of what was. So like if they're looking at something that's light years away, you're literally looking at it how it was a long ass time ago, not how it is now, because the light takes so long to reach us. So we actually don't know what's out there. Like we actually don't know. We know what we can see, and even then we can actually. It's not like we look at a telescope and we can see like a little Martian on like another galaxy. Like we basically see light. That's how we can tell light.
So confused right now. I'm not a science girl. I'm taking like a human evolutions class, and I'm so lost. It's week 3, and I'm just like, huh? They're like alleles and this and that, and I was like, I took AP Bio once, but I didn't pass the test. So I mean, but I think stars are cool.
They're shiny.
They're shiny. They look like Wonka nerds in the sky.
It's like I'm a Taurus. I know that.
And then that's it. I'm just.
Like, what do you know about stars? I'm a Taurus.
Everybody, guess my astrology sign. Just kidding. I already said it.
Taurus.
No, actually, just kidding.
Wait, it's Taurus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you, Brian?
I'm a Taurus. Hey, Taurus gang. Y'all can't see me, but I'm doing the little horns.
I was doing it too.
I'm a Gemini, and apparently people hate Gemini, so I don't know how to respond to that.
That's right after us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
No, wait. Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was. It's because I was almost something.
Were you almost?
I was almost something.
No, I mean like my.
Well, we are insignificant, Alan.
My
according to your high school teacher.
Oh wait, no. You know what? You guys might be right. I think like the cutoff is like June 20th, and my birthday is June 19th. So I think I was barely a Gemini.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
something
barely
like
a Taurus.
something like that.
Yeah, because it's Taurus, and then my sister's just a cutoff for Taurus, which is May 20th, and then it's Gemini, because my
I see.
friend has a birthday after her, and she's a Gemini, and then after that is Cancer,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Well,
See, I do know about stars, Miss Smart Girl.
that actually is useful because it's like the way they map out the constellations, whatever. But yeah,
Is it?
yeah, like the way that they map out like the Earth is okay. This is like a quiz, I guess, to see what I know.
Ellen, we were at. This is actually Natalia. The jig is up. Our, the professor asked us to react to this video. He commented down below on the last video saying react to this because I'm trying to see how prepared my students are.
Well, apparently not prepared enough. No, but it's like you know how the Earth rotates? It's like what stars we can see in this section of like the rotation, I think, is like, oh, the Earth right now is in Pisces or it's in Gemini or whatever.
It's in retrograde.
And then
It's
I learned
engaged.
about retrograde too, and I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. Not necessarily the astrology thing, and like if you believe in that, I don't care, but it's not scientific.
Which, no offense to anyone that believes in that or checks their horoscope every day and is like, but like I don't believe that I'm gonna have a terrible day because Mercury's in retrograde.
Just the animation in this video was really good though. Like a lot of like the whoosh, like transitions and stuff. Like that's pretty cool.
And don't forget the Wonka nerds. That
Nerds.
really made it pop.
The 90s Taco Bell vibe. And then was it just me or did anybody notice? I don't know if you guys know like the theme to like the TED Talks, but wasn't it just like a remix of that in the background? Like it was like the theme of TED Talks, and it was just like ooh, like all mysterious and like how the
I've seen some of them.
aquariums.
Yeah.
I wonder if TED Talk ever did something on a TED Talk on ghost or paranormal. Because TED Talk is science, right?
TED.
So I wonder how they explain that.
I don't remember what TED stands for. I think it's like technology, engineering, discovery. I'm not sure.
The name of a guy.
Ted is offended.
Ted.
We're sorry, Ted.
Mr. Ted. Teddy Bear. Sorry. It's because we're talking about the Lorax, and isn't the main character's name Ted?
Is it?
Yeah, Zac Efron. Yeah, Zac Efron plays Ted.
Correct.
He was like, get your head in the game and save the trees.
And
sorry, I'll stop.
It's a crossover.
Damn, High School Musical making its way into Dr. Seuss.
Damn.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk when worlds collide? That one is that a SpongeBob song?
I don't know. We're just rambling at this point.
And there's like too much science that we try to come up with something. We're like, yeah, like that makes sense. Hey, didn't Zac Efron play?
This is what we got from here. We're all insignificant except Zac Efron.
Except Zac Efron. Dang, I mean. That's so funny though that Alan's teacher was like, by the way, you guys are all insignificant. You're so small. Like, I would have been like, thanks. Jeez. When I'm trying to like figure out what I'm going to do with my life.
In the moment when you need the most like reassurance, it's just like, no, you're trash. We always say you're trash, but
it didn't really bother me. I was just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I guess it just makes, if you're such like a tiny dot, like, I don't know, it didn't fuck me up. I was just like, okay, like that just makes like our world like more special, I guess, if we're just that little tiny thing. And I don't know.
I mean, technically, he's saying you're insignificant, which he's not wrong, but by default, he's also insignificant.
Yeah, so
he's insulting himself if it's meant as an insult.
Yeah, I don't think he meant that as an insult. I think he meant that as a joke, because I think so in the classroom there was like these like decals that said like you are important, and then like right next to it he put a picture of the universe and like, oh, you are
No,
here.
you're not.
Yeah. So like that's what it was.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess like the fact that we're not significant means that like no one's significant. So take that as you will.
He's just projecting his insecurities on you guys. He's just like, if I'm not important, you're not important, you little shit. Going all crazy.
Yo, he probably watched this video and this is what happened to him.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
it wasn't even like a science teacher. Well, I guess he taught like
He was a guidance
philosophy.
counselor.
No, he taught philosophy and psychology and
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Then.
economics. So a whole
Y'all
bunch of
had that
stuff.
in high school?
What do you mean?
Wait, what did you say?
Philosophy or economics?
Philosophy, economics, government. This food taught everything. Psychology.
Oh, actually, we did have government and psychology. Just kidding. Just
I
kidding.
had government. That's it. I didn't have psychology. My school was lame.
No, our school was lame too. This food taught like a whole bunch, and like we didn't have a lot of classes to choose from. Those like his classes were like pretty good, but
They just asked him in the interview, what classes can you teach? And he's just like, yes.
He was like, well, I think I'm most qualified for PE. And they're like, all right, psych. Econ.
We think AP history would really suit you.
Damn, I would not be able to teach AP history. Like, are we just rambling?
Yeah, we're just
Let's thank you all for watching our How Small Are We in the Scale of the Universe. If you want to follow us, all the information will be in the link in the description, and we post every Wednesday, so make sure to look out for the next video by subscribing and clicking on that little red button. So if any of you don't, then you're just as insignificant as we are.
Yeah. I don't know. If I guess I'll just say, if you guys like the conversation we were having, we have also a podcast. You know, that's a longer version of like these conversations that kind of just go everywhere, that are really fun.
Yeah. And like I said, everything in the description. And grab your hoodie.
First 10 subscribers get a yearly subscription to Wonka Nerds. Not by us though. So
Not sponsored.
First 5 people to cop one of our LFTA. I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Our LFTA hoodies will get nothing. First 5. So hurry to be the first 5.
Before the
You don't want to miss nothing.
First 5 to remember what astrology sign I was. Comment it below. You guys get the Wonka Nerd.
All right. Well, that's been LFTA with another reaction. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
It's fine.